So there are, but are good memories for the future.
Okay.
I mean, I also don't like that, but I like
Lines.
see that in the.
It is. It's what I'm trying to be a sport because I know I'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's weird. I can get used to it.
Yeah, I know, but it's really, really good when you look at this.
All right, I'll take your word
Video
for it.
in the next
Many
slide.
moons from now.
Okay, then there are two rooftops. Okay, one that for me is the best because of the view. It's a 360-degree view of the city, and in that place we'll taste the original Tuscan red wine. That is the Chianti wine. Have you ever tasted?
Oh, in a wicker basket. Yes, of course.
Okay,
We just got married in a vineyard in Michigan.
Ah, okay.
So we're not wine people, but we like it.
Okay. So please, it's
Bragging.
Chianti, not Chianti.
Okay.
Like the key of the door. Very, very easy.
Okay.
Chianti. Did you call it Chianti?
I said Chianti.
Oh.
Because it's CH. Usually is pronounced by English speaker like Chianti.
Okay.
You know?
Now,
But
when you
it's
say Chianti, do you want to sound like you're singing when you say it? Like Chianti?
No, you don't need to.
No, okay.
Chianti.
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 Oh,
That's
I
it.
noticed when people say ciao, they really emphasize the end. They go ciao.
No, tell her the joke about the Italians. The watermelons.
Oh, yeah.
That's really funny.
What?
It's really funny. It's a funny Italian joke.
Italian guy is walking down the street and he's carrying two very large watermelons.
Okay.
And there's
But where? Here in Florence.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay. Not everywhere. There are not everywhere people with watermelon. That's
it's
why
in a
I'm
different
asking.
dimension. So he's walking down the street with two ginormous watermelons, one in each arm. And a girl across the street says over to the guy, "Hey, what time is it?" He stops, he puts down one watermelon, he puts down the other watermelon, then he goes, "I don't know."
Because you talk with your hands.
Yeah, we talk a lot with our hands. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt.
Okay, no, it's fine.
So
It's fine.
the 360 rooftop.
Yeah, with the Chianti wine and another rooftop that is that have the best view for the dome. And then I will explain why is the best view for the dome with the Aperol Spritz. That is an alcoholic cocktail, very, very typical here in Italy and in Tuscany. That is the orange one. I don't know if you have seen around, but you should taste it because it's very typical. And there is also a kind of aperitivo. Aperitivo is a different kind of food that we usually eat before having dinner and before having lunch. Okay. Then what else? Okay, so I decided to start the tour from this square, but the truth is that I don't like this square at all. Okay. Because it's new. No, because it's very new. Because it was built in the 19th century. That comparing with Renaissance buildings and Middle Age buildings.
Yeah, it's very.
That's
For
new
us,
here.
for us, it's very new. 19th century is
Yeah, it's contemporary.
yeah, more or less contemporary. Here there was the old market, and that area was the Jewish ghetto. Okay, then they destroy everything for money, and then they built this square. Second reason is because of the style. I mean, it's very beautiful, it's very elegant, but it's not a typical Florentine style. I mean, if you go to the north of Italy or in France, in Germany, in Austria, you can find many squares with the same style. Okay, so that's why it's not one of my favorite ones. No, it's not beautiful.
Well, I'm just trying to get what she's explaining.
But I decided to start the tour from this square because this is the beginning of everything. Okay. Because the name of Florence came from flower, and Florence was founded by Romans 1 century before Christ. Romans were a very, very practical population. They were used to build their streets with parallel streets, with the main street from north to south and another main street from east to west. The crossing of these two main streets of the first city of Florence, that of course was smaller than this one, is depicted by the column.
Oh.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
like the belly of the city.
Okay.
And there is on the top a Roman goddess that was the protector of blossom, so it's like the protector of
Flower. Yeah.
Yes. Then there are 3 rings on the column, 1 on the top and 2 at the bottom. The one on the top was for hanging the bell for the opening time and the closing time of the whole market. The 2 rings at the bottom came from the Renaissance time, when we had a sense of justice a little bit different from nowadays. I mean, if you were not killing, maybe worse than killing. Anyway, yeah, it was like a public punishment to demonstrate what happened if you have a bad behavior. I mean, before to go to jail, you have to stay there with chains for 3 days.
Before jail?
Yes. Yes.
Still gonna put you in jail.
Yes, yes. This is much better. I mean, people want to go to the jail. I mean, if they survive these 3 days, I think that they were very happy to go to jail. You know, after these 3 days with no food, no drinks, no toilet, and everybody walking down the street could say bad words and throw vegetables maybe or something else, you know. I mean, it was not a good spot to stay on during the Renaissance. Now it's completely safe. You can sit and nothing happens. We don't do that anymore.
So what kind of crimes would land you for 3 days?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Dressing
if you kill
inappropriately.
someone, if you steal something, everything. Everything.
So the crimes, the penalty to crimes weren't proportional to the crimes themselves?
Yes, for
They're
the
varying?
years in prison,
But
in jail.
the
But,
starting point.
Before to go to jail, you have to stay there every time. Okay, also for small.
Good thing not too many people were going to jail, or you would have run out of space.
yeah, exactly. Then, do you have any questions?
No, that's so cool. I'm glad you. Thank you for telling us.
Okay, then I think that we can go to our first stop. That is the coffee for the right energy, and this is the oldest cafe of the city. Okay, this
Right here?
Yes,
Okay,
this
wow,
one,
okay.
Chili Cafe. Okay, coffee. If you are in Italy, I can guarantee for the quality of the espresso coffee, okay? We don't drink the long one.
No,
okay?
no, no.
And also it's very complicated to ask for the long coffee because we call it American coffee, but caffè americano, that is the translation, is something else. So it's complicated. Anyway, I cannot guarantee for the quality because nobody here want to.
No, we're gonna drink what you drink. We're
Is
not-
used to.
That's a lot of
drink,
stuff you put in your belly, right? You just want a little shot. We could, in America, we call that a 5-hour energy shot.
Yes, exactly. I mean, the question is not which is the best, you know, are completely different kind of drinks. So with the long one, you can spend hours, you know, waiting for the right temperature sometimes.
Right.
And but for us, it's a very, very short stop. Like you order the coffee at the counter, is 1 sip, 2 sips, say goodbye, and that's it. Very, very easy. In our coffee is there is less caffeine than in the long one, but the flavor is stronger. Okay, every time is a good time for coffee during the day, but there is a very, very important rule about cappuccino. Okay, cappuccino is forbidden after 11:30 a.m.
Not in the morning.
Only in the morning. I mean,
Not after 11 a.m.
only in the morning. Yeah, the deadline is 11:30. I mean, because we usually have lunch between 1 and 2. Okay, so 11:30 is the maximum for the morning break.
What time do you guys get up in the morning?
It depends.
What time
What
does-
kind of job you
So, like in America, we call it a 9 to 5. You know, get up. We get there at
get
8.
up between 9 and 5?
No, but
4
that's-
and 5?
That's the work day is a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Checking at 9.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Leave.
Okay.
Yeah. Leave at 1700.
Yeah, here it depends on what kind of job you do. You
doesn't
know, I
mean
mean,
that.
for
Yeah, it does.
I give you an example. My boyfriend work on technologies for the Florence government, for the websites and something like this. During coronavirus, for example, he is in smart working, and he don't have any kind of relationships, you know, with customers, so he can choose his timetable, you know. I mean, so he prefer like start at home from 7:30, and then between 1 and 2 the break, and then from 2 to 4:30.
So just make sure you can have espresso all day.
Yes.
Just cappuccinos till 11 a.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean,
there's no cutoff for like, okay.
we are in a touristic place, so if you order a cappuccino during the day, they will give
wanna
you
follow by the
cappuccino, but they will hate you a little bit, okay, for sure. If you go in,
But espressos anytime.
anytime.
Okay.
Exactly. Because we drink cappuccino just only for morning and morning break. Okay. Then this place has a very, very high quality for the coffee and desserts. Okay. So we are in a touristic place. So if you sit down outside